Silence your cell phones now.
What's going on, YouTube? It's NC, a place to be chill. Mr. A&D back to give you guys another movie experience here, and this time we're doing it in audio version from the Nerdgasm Talk podcast, which you guys can listen to every single weekend when we record them on Saturdays. So I did my best video. We did our best movies of 2021 so far. Now we're going to talk about our worst movies of 2021 so far. So like I said, we are a little bit behind on this due to personal issues, but I'm glad you guys can be here and join us and listen to this thing. So it's going to be the same audio. We got Swag on Zero, myself, and Lady Sketch in the building right now. So make sure you guys check that out. Make sure you check out the Nerdgasm Talk podcast every single Saturday. Hit the like button because if you what really helps out the video. Hit the subscribe button for more movie experiences right here every single weekend on NC Studios, along with hitting that notify bell to let you guys know when I put up new content. So once again, it's NC and place to be. Show Mr. A&D. I'll see you at the movies. Hope you guys enjoy. Now let's go into the worst.
Do you want me to do the video games, or do you just want to keep the movies in one?
I'll keep the movies in one because I'm gonna break it up for the movie experience.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
So now, this is going to be the worst of 2021 so far. Now, obviously, we've seen a lot of bad movies, and a lot of bad movies have come out. They're going to be opinionated, obviously, but I guess you guys both have still 5 or less than that.
I only have 3 right now because
okay.
I put some on my menu.
Gotcha. How about you, Swag?
I got like 2 that I could think.
2? Okay, well, you know what? You guys go ahead and knock it out because I have 10.
I'll let Lady Sketch go first.
Okay, sure. So, again, not in any order, just the order they were released. Number 1, United States versus Billie Holiday.
I feel bad that was bad because you was excited for that.
Honestly, even over the last movie, I'm going to say this is number 1 worst for me because I was disappointed. We have seen way too many Billie Holiday movies and stories and everything, for this not to have been executed better. I feel like Andra Day deserved better.
She did. Because
she did a great portrayal of Billie Holiday. She was the best thing about this movie, but the movie did a disservice to her.
And that's sad.
It was, listen, when I tell you, like, I came back in for Concrete Cowboy, it's not North Philly Stand Up for Lee Daniels. I can't. I cannot. I don't know if folks just don't want to say it or whatever, but Lee Daniels is not that great of a filmmaker. Sorry. It's my personal opinion. Maybe you feel different. I don't. Number 2, and this is weird to say, but The Woman in the Window. This is on my worst list because when I say I tried more than once to finish this movie and I just could not make it through in good I couldn't do it. I was just like, what's her name? Amy Adams?
Yeah.
Cause I be confusing her with somebody else.
That's
Amy
the movie
Adams.
with Amy Adams and Anthony Mackie that you were telling me about, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my. I was just like, this movie, in the first half an hour to 45 minutes, I was just like, this is low-key insufferable. It's not believable that Amy Adams and Anthony Mackie will be a couple, and no, it's not because it's an interracial thing. It's just picture in your mind Amy Adams and Anthony Mackie just standing next to each other for 15 minutes. Like, it had no chemistry. No, it was so weird.
Now I swear, I'll put in context for you. From when my mom was in the hospital, like from end of April to May until when she passed away, I didn't do any movie reviews, right?
Uh-huh.
When Woman in the Window came out, she was fine, and I still didn't want to do that review.
I remember you telling me about it. Now, which one was the worst couple? Taraji and Ed Helms, or
Taraji
Anthony?
and Helms.
Okay.
Oh no, that still takes the cake. Nothing changes that.
Yeah, what's up with Netflix? Like, what are they doing?
Here's the thing. I still don't understand what y'all see in Ed Helms is funny.
He was funny in The Office. No, he was
not funny in I watched
The Office, but he don't like him in Office.
He was funny before he became Michael Scott too.
Yes.
After that, I was like, all right, he's tired.
He had his moments where I would laugh at him, kind of like you laugh at at him, not with him moment.
Yeah.
Before he became the boss, and then he became the boss, and I was just like, all right, y'all can get rid of his character.
Yeah, I was like, they really retold the whole Michael Scott story with him, and I was like, this is just poor writing.
So it's not even so much that, like, honestly, aesthetically they wouldn't work together. It was just they didn't. Like, there was nothing about their conversations in the movie that made me be like, yeah, this sounds like a husband and wife, even a husband and wife going through separation. Like, it wasn't like, oh, we separated and now we super emotional because we're not together. No, like, it was nothing.
The plot.
The plot was a mess. And that, I mean, you realize later, and I mean, I guess we could do spoilers because ain't nobody, it's out. Nobody gets it. So, everybody thought she was crazy because she seen the neighbors kill somebody, and they was like, sis, you a lie. So she thought she was going crazy, and then come to find out the son is a serial killer, and the parents been covering up for the son.
Killer or killer?
Whatever. He's a serial killer.
Killer.
And, I hate y'all. And they've been covering up for him. It was like the movie was so weird, and I was like, I cannot finish this. I had to actually go look and see what the end, like what happened in the end, because I was like, I can't do it. And I'm sure they paid these nice people good money to make this movie. And it wasn't that.
What's number one?
Fast 9. You knew damn well what my last one was. Stop playing.
Dang, it was that bad.
Because listen, we went to see this in a movie theater, and when I tell you we laughed, we wasn't supposed to laugh, but we laughed at the sheer ridiculousness of this movie. I know he's going to go into it about how the writing was bad and it don't seem like the other Fast movies, which I can agree. It seems disconnected from the other ones, and it's like, at this point, I feel like they know that there's no way anybody could be taking these serious. So we're going to do whatever. It's gotta be, because the stuff that they was doing in this movie, I was just like, all right, so Tyrese died, but he ain't died. Okay. Like, they done flipped 50-11 cars, and ain't nobody got a scratch, a bruise, nothing. Like, we were watching, I know we're gonna talk about Black Widow later, but at least in the one scene in Black Widow where they were supposed to be hurt, one of them was at least hurt. Okay? I was like, I'll give the movie credit for that. Ain't nobody get beat up, banged up, dinged up, nothing. Not even a headache, concussion, anything in in Fast 9. And then at one point, Vin Diesel just turned into Bane. Like, I can't do it. Okay? I hate it. I hate everything about it. It makes me so upset.
I gotta find a way. Someone gotta be free this week. Someone gotta be free this week to go see it.
Like, go watch it in a movie theater so you can have a good time. Like, it's a mess. If you go in there with the intention of not taking it seriously, you'll probably enjoy yourself because you're gonna laugh.
Right.
Just at the utter fuckery of it all.
I gotta see
But that's
it.
my list. Go ahead.
Oh, my bad. The two movies I thought of off to the head, because I didn't even want to think about the bad things that happened in 2021 so far. So, one of them, Godzilla vs. Kong, I just did not like that movie. I was very disappointed, but I kind of expected it coming from Godzilla King of the Monsters, or is that what it was called? I think. I don't know. I kind of expected that, but I was hoping, I was like, well, look, King Kong is in this. King Kong Skull Island was great. Hopefully this movie will, at least be put together. And it wasn't. I absolutely did not. I did not like this movie. Did
you like the movie, or did you not like David Tyree Henry?
Brian Tyree.
Oh no! I definitely didn't like him. But he wasn't in the movie enough for me to dislike him. Like, fully.
Do you just not like him in general, or?
No, I really like him. That's why I'm curious on why you singled him out.
I'm confused.
Yeah, I don't know why you singled Brian Tyree Henry out. Oh yeah, but yeah. Other than that, the second one is Mortal Kombat. I was expecting bad. I was expecting bad. What I got was worse. It was just like, bro, And the thing, it's usually WB movies. It's like all you gotta do is literally copy and paste what y'all did with the animated film, and you'll be good. And they just didn't do that. I hate the teeny weeny jack arms. It was just like, what is going on with this? This movie was a mess. This is another movie. My cousin said it was incredible, and I'm like, bro, your standards are so low right now. Like your standards are so low for movies. It doesn't make sense. You just complain about everything because this is just bad. It has a reason. We got reasons to complain about this. These movies aren't that good, but yeah, it was the only good scene in that movie was the beginning fight, and still, it just felt too clunky. But yeah, those are my two. I didn't even want to. I'm already getting hot.
We see. Calm down. You want to get your pressure up.
I got the air conditioner on full blast, and I'm still hot.
All right, so here go my top 10 worst 2021 so far with the honorable mention. My honorable mention is Mortal Kombat
mention.
It's because I can't put it fully on my worst. I don't think it's even gonna make my worst of 2021. But as a Mortal Kombat junkie, fan, however you want to call me, I had major issues with this movie. Major issues with this movie, and I know a lot of fans like it. To me, they force like it because it's like y'all just want to say so because we got the Mortal Kombat movie. I'm like, no, we got the second one coming out literally in a couple weeks.
The animated one.
The animated one is a sequel, which I already in my heart know it's gonna be better than the better. So at the end, I'm definitely gonna plan on putting that at my best. Now let's go into my top 10. Okay, the woman. This is in no particular order. The woman because I don't think you should put in order when it comes to words. The woman in the window. Like I said, it was badly written. It was trying to be a good idea on paper, and it just failed.
It didn't deliver.
The Tomorrow War. So
I didn't watch your full review for that, so I'm very curious on. I didn't
Here's
think this was bad.
The Tomorrow War. Tomorrow War reminded me of The Purge.
Okay.
The first movie. Great concept, great idea, and when me and you was watching it, they was explaining it.
Yeah, they literally answered every single question that we had.
And then something happened.
Oh God.
Amazon happened.
Oh God.
And I was like, this was good on paper, but y'all do not execute the good ideas right. And they already said, well, the Tomorrow War 2 is in the works. I'm like, well, please be like Purge Anarchy when they actually did what it was supposed to be, opposed to this. So I'm curious to see if they gonna go ahead with the second one, how it's gonna be. But I did not really feel this was not that great to me.
It's sad that it's more sad that they're saying there's a Tomorrow World 2. It's like, did they not win the war? Like, dang. Like, okay.
I think me personally should probably use different characters.
Yeah. Or what if it was the same event, just different characters? You think it would be better like that?
I think if it wasn't Amazon.
Okay.
Fast 9. And I put Fast 9 on here. Now, everything that my wife said, is true, but that's expected because you were watching the Fast movie. My issue is the motive behind the movie. The writing behind the movie.
Oh, I also forgot to say Juan Cena, okay?
Yeah, so just...
No.
The motive was just... It's like, this is I'm running out of ideas movie. And what do movies always do when there is a series and it's been so long? What do they always do? They bring out the brother. Because they got nothing else to talk about.
They jump the shark.
Every time a movie series has gone for too much, or there's that one more extra sequel, they got to bring out the brother. And you're like, everybody got a brother that they got to do something stupid?
Or introduce a cousin or something.
Exactly. Or got to be a family member that does something like, say, hey, look, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, Shao Kahn's my brother. Rush Hour 3, that's my brother. Here we go with this, that's my brother. I'm like, oh my God.
Uncharted 4, that did come out of nowhere.
What'd you say?
Uncharted 4, that did come out of nowhere.
His brother, like, what is it? That's what the brother trope is, when you have run out of ideas. And they have. Thunder Force. You knew Melissa McCarthy was going to be in this show, was going to be bad because it's a Melissa McCarthy movie. I felt
there are some people who really don't feel that way, and I'm finding this out recently. Like folks who really go hard with Melissa McCarthy. Okay. I'm sorry,
and they keep going hard right into the trash where that movie's going because her and Octavia Spencer is fine, and I was just like, if it's a movie, it's a roasting movie at best. There's nothing great about Thunder Force. It once again, it tried to do a decent concept, but I'm just like, at the beginning, I'm like, this is turning into a Melissa. Yep, there it is. I didn't even have to say. I was like, it's a Melissa McCarthy movie. It ain't Tammy. I still hate Tammy. The thing burns off the face of the earth. But Thunder Force, it's like if y'all all came over and was like, hey, you want to roast something real good, or if I want to roast something with my wife, let's put on Thunder Force. United States versus Billie Holiday. I'm disappointed that biopics like that, especially when the buzz for the movie was very dead. Mm-hmm. And the promotion for this movie was very dead. And it just came out, nobody even knew about it.
I wonder if people saw advanced screenings of it and knew it was hot caca and was just like, never mind.
It's a possibility. But however, I felt as though that this is not Precious. This is not a masterpiece. Adrian Day does deserve better. She did a great job in the movie, and I want her to get all the praise for the movie, and she deserves it all. Nobody else deserves anything else for that movie.
And now I can't say nobody else. I feel like there are some characters in this movie that are redeemable, but what can you do with you can only work with what you're given.
Exactly.
Like I liked Trevante Rhodes, like the FBI agent who like flipped. I liked him in the movie, but it was just like. I'm sorry.
No. I get you 100%, but it's still gonna make it worse this time.
Facts.
Cherry with Tom Holland, who tried to be
serious.
And I was just like, this ain't the war movie because I like war movies. And this would be a war movie with a guy who was based on a true story, suffering from PTSD. And I was just like, Tom, I like Tom Holland. And then Tom Holland started becoming the habitual line stuff. Where it's just like he's stepping over these lines to the point I'm like, you probably should have been in this movie. you gotta stay in the Tom Holland realm. Like if they was doing, hey, you wanna do Percy Jackson? I'm like, go ahead, Tom Holland.
Well, see, he probably don't want to be typecast.
I got you. But it's he is almost suffering from the Matthew Broderickism. where he got this little dumb look on his face where he's trying to act serious, and I'm just like, you gotta remove this.
Where his lips become like they just completely disappear.
Yeah.
It's like, where your lips go, sir?
But it wasn't one of his best. Tom and Jerry. So I watched Tom and Jerry. I was like, okay, maybe it'll just be, let's see how it can be, right?
I'm just shaking my head.
And I was just like, damn, me. And usually when my son sees something with me, he'd be like, that was good, Daddy. I'm like, yeah, he is a nothing after that. And I was
like, do, which was like, oh, all right.
And I was just like, God, what happened to Tom and Jerry? And I said, once again, it takes too much to focus on the human characters.
Come on.
Our background characters in their own movie. And, you have this high-def animation surrounded by, it's kind of the whole Roger, Who Framed Roger Rabbit kind of ordeal. And
you also don't have the racist mammy trope.
That too.
To rescue.
And it's already hard to make a motion picture about Tom and Jerry when you deal with two mutants.
Right.
Yeah.
Tom don't talk, Jerry don't talk. It's all about slapstick with them. And after a while, it gets old. So Tom and Jerry didn't make it for me. Malcolm and Marie. So I put this on my worst list because Zendaya, I thought, did a great job. Showing her be older, her range, yeah. And John David Washington is just doing John David Washington stuff. I'm like, I gotta see something more because I still didn't see Tenet yet, but I'm like, but maybe I'm typecasting him. But and I was like, I hate avoidable situations because I'm like, this thing is really just. I understand the whole COVID movie and the black and white theme, the way the movie was supposed to be laid out, but the more the movie went on, the more he's really getting on my nerves.
You really hated him, right?
Yeah.
You see why I said what I said?
But that's why I didn't put it in my best. On
I
my so I was like, this is really verbal abuse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is
yeah.
really, yeah. I can't deal with that. And
this was I can't say what I want to say.
My worst movie, which if I see anything worse, will knock out my number one spot. But I guarantee you, probably by December of 2021 or January 2022, when we do our 2021 list, my worst movie of this year so far is The Little Things.
Oh Jesus!
With
Denzel. Oh, dang.
With Denzel, I can't.
Are you more disappointed, or was that movie just really that bad?
It was bad. It was bad. It was disappointing. It was heartbreaking.
Are not having a good showing this year.
No, they're not. This is okay because you have 3 powerhouse Academy Award-winning actors in this movie: Denzel, Rami Malek, and Jared Leto. How do you? So then you sit there thinking like, how do you fuck up? So then you take those 3 Academy Award-winning actors and you do today's version of 7. Which was the movie with Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt.
Right.
And instead of just doing it, yeah. Oh, and Kevin Spacey was in that movie too. And instead of just doing the movie, you did the movie wrong. To the point where you're building up to nothing. And I'm like, where's this going?
I wish I could see.
Because you gotta understand how this movie is. Because like this movie is stressful. This movie takes you on a ride.
This is how I felt with Star Wars. Like,
I'm gonna say this right now. I don't care if he gets mad. This is like Q-Flow driving me to the store. He's driving me every which way. I'm like, yo, man, where we going? Man, don't know how to suspense. And we pull up an act. That's how.
You know what's the funny thing?
Right, about to call you and grind you up when you hear this.
The funny thing about that, I was just talking to him about like how he just goes out of the way. I was like, bro, you could just turn left. And you're like right at my house. We were just talking about he gonna feel away. I'm telling you,
we in the Camaro flow, and he got the air blast, he got the music hitting, and we sit there driving, and then he's building this anticipation, and we pull into like Wawa. I'm like, this is the one off court from my house.
No, he's like, yo, I got a decent restaurant we could go to. Pull up the Arby's.
Yes, that's what The Little Things was. You go on this ride and you're sitting there thinking like, did he do it? Did he not do it? Who's this? What's this? Why? And then there was some freakish stuff that was going on in The Little Things, and I'm just like, are they gonna play on this? Oh, wait a minute, they definitely didn't come back to this. And I'm like, and on top of that, after it just plays out the way it plays out, I'm like, Denzel was in this. Rami Malek was in this. Jared Leto was in this.
You know a movie gotta be so bad for your second thought to be these actors were in it.
Yes, and so it's all the above. I'm disappointed. I'm upset, and it just was not
bamboozled. Run amok.
All of it. It was
Flat
just
out
not.
deceived.
It was just not a good movie. And I've seen this before many a times done better, i.e. 7. And if you're gonna start like a 7 movie, then do 7.
I mean, people just be redoing movies under different names all the time.
But
it happens all the time.
And I'm sitting there thinking like, so what is this Little Things that Denzel keep putting the Easter eggs on? And I'm just like, this guy not even hiding the fact of what his secret is.
I didn't see it. What happened? Who did it?
Okay, so this whole movie,
I didn't hear anything great about it. Made me not want to go watch it.
So quick, this whole movie is about this cop who is trying to solve this, this serial killer, because they suspect the serial killer is Jared Leto, who goes and kills these prostitutes, right? Mm-hmm. So there's this one prostitute that died, and it's the same. She dies the same kind of way that Denzel was investigating years earlier.
Okay.
So he's trying to figure out who's doing this cop, but he's at retirement age because he has stressed himself out so much on the job. They said, bro, we need you to retire. So this new cop, Rami Malek, comes in there and he wants to take on the case. But Denzel is so much like, you gotta let me be on board. You know what I'm saying? I've been following this motherfucker for so long. Let me figure out who this thing is.
That's another trope that we see in so many cop shows.
So, all right, we starting off kind of fine. But then as the movie is progressing, Denzel is getting into Rami Malek's head about how it's about the little things that you got to pick up or miss when you're in these kind of investigations, showing that he's more mad at himself because he killed one of the prostitutes back in the day during one of his cases by accident. So he's living with guilt. So living with guilt. Now he wants to make sure he can find the guy and put his guilt on something else. That's where we come with Jared Leto. Jared Leto is infatuated with mutilated crime. He's a weirdo.
That sounds like Jared Leto in real life.
Exactly. He's doing this stuff in real life, so he is leading them on a wild goose chase. And then as he's leading them on this wild goose chase, you're wondering, okay, did he kill the girl? Did he not kill the girl? But wait a minute, did Denzel kill this girl really? He tried to put the blame on Jared Leto, and Rami Malek is stuck in the middle of this whole thing.
Right.
So then we get to we get to the end where Jared Leto he's trying to show them where he quotations hid the body at, but then he kind of makes Rami Malek kill him. So then Denzel comes, they dig a hole in the desert to bury Jared Leto. He goes back to his apartment and covers up that Rami Malek even did the whole thing, and puts all his stuff in trash bags, stuff like that, to go out and burn it and things like that. And then Rami Malek is living in his house, going through the same kind of PTSD and stress that, we killed this guy. We don't even know if we caught the killer. They killed this prostitute, and Denzel says him to know what's all about the little things. And I'm like, where's this going?
So we never got to the.
We don't know who killed this woman.
We never got to the end of the real plot.
We never know who killed this woman. But now I guess Denzel is over his grief. How?
You know what this sounds like? This sounds like one of them like this like someone has been in the streets for all their life, and then they just start selling Forex, and they think they're awakened all of a sudden. That's what this plot sounds like. It's like, yo, this is really smart. Y'all just don't understand it. You gotta be a certain intelligence level.
There's gonna be somebody's practical business to talk about something. He ain't get it.
You don't understand what's happening here, my brother.
But bro, you ain't get it. I'm like, yeah, I got it. It goes in the worst list. So there's my list of the worst of 2021. And I think the best. So we did the movies. If y'all want to go and check it out for your own self, because once again, it's my opinion. Swag Boy is a big fan of Denzel. He may want to talk about something. I ain't seen none of the stuff you were saying. It's a possibility. Why did he turn
into Bow-Legged Lou from House Party just now?
Or you could watch it and be like, I didn't think it was that bad. But for me, the little things.
I didn't hear not a single person say a good thing about that movie.
It's not good.
Yeah, even Q-Flow. He said I knew this movie was bad when Denzel didn't guarantee anything.
I just kind of want to trigger a rant, but I just want to know. I just want to know where was Without Remorse.
That's on my list. Hold on.
Brought up Hold on.
Wait.
Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Did I skip it? Look, it's on my list. It's on. How did I miss that?
It was that bad.
Oh my God.
Because I was like, he ain't say it. So he gonna be like, I can't believe I forgot that. Because I knew he was gonna go off.
Shit, I'm sorry.
That was a great segue. That was a great segue from Creed to more Michael B. Jordan.
You know what? I'm so sorry about that, because you know what? If you didn't make me mind, because I thought the little things was worse, because that Without Remorse is bad. And that's why I was like,
feel a way they even use Nipsey in the trailer.
And I was
Take it back.
I said, hold on. because this is making me rethink all Amazon movies that come out after this. Because Without Remorse is just, there's nothing good I got to say about it other than, because I actually don't have the most power with Michael B. Jordan like everybody else do. But then it's like everything people be saying. Everything I've been seeing about what people be saying about this movie, about Michael B. Jordan, I see it in this movie.
Okay, finally.
And I'm like, and the Law in London is worthless. And I'm just like, you know what? You know, shout out to Dip.
I'm just sad that this had to be her like return to action.
Exactly. Oh, how did I forget about Without Remorse? Oh my God, that movie was bad. I watched that piss. I was sitting there building my dressers, and I was sitting there stabbing myself. I was like, what the fuck? This makes no sense.
Okay, the movie was that bad.
Yo, Without Remorse made me angry because that's the same day I watched The Mistress of the Machines, and I was up there hammering, and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning watching this movie because I was building my dresser. It took me to about 4 something in the morning. I came downstairs. My mom was out there. She's like, "Are you all right?" I said, "I'm sorry for the banging of this hammer up there, but I watched this movie. It's pissing me off, and it's not good." And I bled out the aggression because I shouldn't be hammering 2 o'clock in the morning. But I was, now, you know, my wife said all that, but I was just like, oh, that
don't
movie.
worry, I got the rant the next morning.
He woke you up. You wouldn't believe this.
I said they promoted this movie like this one was going to be this Tom Clancy. There's a Tom Clancy movie. I'm like,
now
it had one cool scene in that movie, and that was it.
And the one you seen in the trailer, you mean?
The one I seen in the trailer, and even when that scene is fleshed out, I was like, oh, I thought it was gonna be more badass than that. And it ain't.
Now, would you watch John Krasinski's Tom Clancy series?
I wouldn't want to, but I'll probably give it a chance.
Because that's on Amazon as well.
I need y'all, you know, I'm gonna challenge y'all.
No.
I don't want y'all to watch one bad. I either want y'all to watch Without Remorse or The Little Things.
I'll watch The Little Things.
I'll watch The Little Things. I heard even worse things about Without Remorse than I did for Little Things.
I want y'all to watch one of them, and y'all got to get back to me.
Is the acting in Little Things good at least?
Yeah, it's
them.
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure. If the acting is good, then I'll tolerate it.
The acting is great because Denzel, no matter what you give him, or Ronnie Malcolm, or even Jared Leto, no matter what you give him, they're going to give it all to that role.
Okay.
It may be a shit role, but Denzel gonna be Denzel, Ronnie Malcolm will be Ronnie Malcolm,
and Jared Leto is gonna mess it up.
Exactly. He is the creep. I'm just like, I don't think he even know the camera's on.